Well, if you're a five-star match, you are the guy that they are courting, and courting heavy. They're going to come to you. They're going to know about you. They're going to give you information about where you fit into their scheme for the first year in their school. And they believe you're a can't-miss guy. You're the guy that's going to receive whatever dollars they can scrape up to throw your way. And they're going to do anything they can do to entice you, because they build championships on you as a five-star. They build programs on the four-star guys, but they build championships on five-star.
So that five-star guy, for all intents and purposes, is a blue chipper, regardless of the level. So you can be a blue chip level 2 5-star, and you're the guy.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the four-star. What does the four-star mean?
Four-star is a guy who also has a pretty good chance of getting some money. It's going to be a little less money. They are going to certainly be courted by the institution and the baseball program in specific. But they are they're not expected to necessarily be the guy that that gets drafted his junior year. He'll probably be around for 4 and has an opportunity to play in their system for a long time. So those are guys that really the program is built around. Those are the guys that, and their other job, chief job, is to push the 5-stars, because the 5-stars are might be somebody who comes in and they've got it covered, they've got it all taken care of, and you hope that's not the case. But the 4-star, he's going to push the 5-star and make him better.
So I think it's fair to say, with the 4 and 5-star in our algorithm for the athletic component, when you're selecting that school from an athletic standpoint, it's a pretty safe match. Now, we get a little dicey when we get into the 3-star. So let's talk about the 3-star guy.
Okay. And 3-star is near and dear to my heart, because I think I was a 3-star when I was.
I think many of us in the organization were 3-stars at the schools that we chose, which is probably why we're here.
Absolutely. The 3-star guy is someone who maybe doesn't have a chance to play their first year in. They and even be on the roster. They are a person who goes through their first year and really is trying to determine, do I want to stay at this school? Is this something that I really want to be part of? Which is the rationale for making sure that certainly the academic fits and the financial fits, because I don't want to waste money in my first year at a place. They're a person that maybe down the road, second year, third year, they start to develop, and if things go just exactly right, maybe they're on the roster that second year, and maybe they're in the lineup by the time they get to the late second year, early third year. And if things continue to develop, maybe they end up being a real solid contributor by the time they're a senior and working for the team. So
the recruiting process, though, if you're a 3-star?
You are going to be courting the school at least as much as they're courting you. You're going to need to know, and the 3-star really needs to know ahead of time, this is the place that I want to go because of reasons X, Y, and Z, and you need to be able to articulate those reasons to the coaches so that they understand why you're there, because it's hard to believe in a 3-star guy as a coach necessarily, because you don't know if they're going to stay there. But if they've articulated why they're coming, and those and their rationale is not wrapped up solely in baseball, it really has some merit in the other pillars, all of a sudden what happens is the relationship and the bond can be stronger, because we can believe that they're going to be around even if they're not playing the first year.
Sure. So the 3-star is typically kept around for the fall, and they have the opportunity to become a 4-star during the fall, but most of them do not become the 4-star during the fall. And so end of fall happens, and they're offered the opportunity to redshirt and maybe come back next year. Let's talk about the bounce back, because the bounce back is a real possibility for that 3-star.
Without question. And bounce back meaning that they're going to bounce back to a junior college or maybe a lower division school somewhere else. And so they're not going to remain at the school they're at. And that's the biggest concern of a 3-star, because I'm adding more time onto my educational process.
Cost?
Yeah, cost without question. And the other thing is there's a lot of emotional upheaval that goes on as a 3-star when you get cut from a team. Especially most 3-stars that are playing Division I baseball don't get cut
Right.
from many teams leading to that point. And so there's a lot of new experiences that people have never had that cause some angst. And so it's making the right choice in the first place and knowing going in, I'm a 3-star, I'm facing an uphill struggle here. It seems to lessen that burden, I would think, a little.
Well, I think that's huge value. And again, when you came up with the star system and really hit the 3-star, I mean, I think just understanding on the intake, if you do decide to go to that school, that you're a 3-star, so you can prepare for all of these things.
Right.
Life after baseball, perhaps leaving the school to pursue baseball somewhere else, or the lonely journey of getting let go after your fall year and then working on your own to come back your sophomore year. Let's talk quickly about the 2 and the 1-star.
Okay. Well, I as far as that particular institution is, the 2 and the 1-star probably are not a long ways away from each other with regard to them having an opportunity to be part of the baseball program at that school. Neither of them will really have much of an opportunity. The 2-star, the rationale for a 2-star versus just lumping them all into the same category is the 2-star, there's some development there and there's some development time, especially if you get into the process early. So if I'm a 2-star as an 8th grader and I want to really work and do the things that are going to enhance my game, I may move up to a 3-star and maybe even a 4-star, but at least there's a glimmer of hope there. The 1-star, we are strongly saying to you, this is not a good fit. When they recruit you, they're not going to recruit you. They're not going to know who you are. They're not going to know your name. And when you're a 2-star and a 1-star, it's also very confusing because you'll get a letter, but that letter will be the letter inviting you to a camp because that's part of the process for them to work through making money and doing the things they have to do. And so don't get confused that you're being courted by one of those schools just because you get one of those letters. Make sure that you understand that doesn't suddenly make that school a place for you. The place for you is you're a 2-star or 1-star in that school right now. And if you want to change that, you have to do some things to change it.